Hello guys, welcome to Master G Programming video tutorials. In this video I will teach you about random number generator. What does this random generator mean? When you have seen casino in which every time a random number is generated and the number which is chosen by a person wins the game. So how does this random number generated by a machine? So it is simply a programming. I will make a program to how to generate a random number. I will give you another example. You have seen any dice game or played any dice game in a computer. In that dice game, every time when you roll the dice, the number that is generated on the dice is different from the last number that is generated. Maybe possible, it may be equal. So how all this happens? This all happens because in every game that is been using this random number thing has this function included, that is known as rand function, and this come in C++ programming from C standard library. We will include this C standard library in a program and use random function, and I will tell you some other usage of this random function. So let's get started with this programming. So hash include C standard library and use cout rand function. Directly you can print, no parameters is required, and run the program. As you are calling rand function one time, it is generated 41. But here is a problem. Every time you build and run this program, it will generate only 41 program. So how will this generate this random function, a random number every time? So here is a trick. So before that trick, if you want to generate 10 numbers in a sequence randomly, so how we can do this? We can call this random function 10 times through a loop. So I am creating a loop starting with I equals to 1 till 10 I plus plus, and we will call this function again, build and run this program, and you can see it here. Here are the numbers that are 4 digit also, 5 digit also, 2 digit also. So we can restrict these number of digits to single digit also through modulus function. What does this modulus function does? It gives the remainder of the thing. So if you modulus any number with 6, this means the remainder will be less than 6. So we can divide this random number with mod with 6. This means all the answers will come less than 6. If you want, if you are creating a game that is having dice, so this means that dice game is from 1 to 6, not from 0 to 6, and simply mod 6, what does this mod 6 do is gives the output from 0 to 5. So you can add plus 1, so this means the output will be from 1 to 6. So I am adding 1 plus rand divide by modulus by 6, that will generate 0 to 5 number, and that will be added with 1. Now we can run this program, and you can see it here that all the numbers that are being generated are less than 6 or equals to 6 and not equals to 0. But the problem is that every time the output is same. Whenever you will run this program, the output never changes. So to change the output every time when you run this function, you have to use another library, that is ctime library. Now what I am doing in this, that using the clock of a computer system, as you know that the clock of the computer system changes time by time. So to include that time in the function, I have to call ctime library, through which I can access the time function in a program. So now we will include the library hash include ctime library. Now I will use another function, that name is srand, which will generate a random function every time we call the rand function. and then you will use the time function that is come from ctime library. And time 0 indicates the seconds, because second changes every second we run this program, because second never stops, it continuously changes, but minute or hour will be changed after some time. So to generate every time a new random number, you have to use t times 0 and put it in a srand function. Now when we call this run this program, it will generate some other random function, random numbers. So let's run this program. So here's the output 3363. Now let's run it again. So yeah, this is the answer, 21332. Now it's random. Now it's again something different, 553. So you don't think that every time the computer generates a random number, it is all because of the time that are being changing every second, every blink of every time you blink an eye. So here is not a concept of any magic or thing, it is pure algorithm which works on the time of your computer. So how this we can generate a random function through programming, which you can use in any of the gamings, or whenever or you can think more about it and you can use wherever you require. Thank you. So we will meet in next video, in which I will teach you some other interesting topics of C++. So till then, stay tuned with Master G. Thank you.